Stay in Colorado. He's born and raised there. And Bud Black said something interesting. He talked about not being able to breathe there. He said he grew up here.
Yeah.
He knows it. It doesn't bother him. What do you think of this?
I think it's great for Kyle Freeland. I think it's great for the Rockies. And we're starting to see the semblance of a core. Okay?
They've locked up their
They're
top
buying in. German Marquez, Senzatella, Freeland, all guys that have come up through the organization, pitched there, seem to have had success in Coors Field at one time or another. I mean, we were talking about Freeland 3 years ago, 4 years ago. He's battling for a Cy Young award. You know, Chris Bryant's going to be there. McMahon. You're starting to see the semblance. Now, whether or not you think that's the core that can help them win a World Series, at least you're starting to see, like, I don't think you're going to get the, unless you completely overpay like they used to, the Zach Wheelers, the big-time free agent starter that's going to go here. So we're cutting you off at the knees right here with a bunch of guys making
Mike Hampton left him the
$60 million range.
This is what they've been trying to do to eventually get a core of now 3 really good pitchers. I like these guys. I was able to talk to Kyle Freeland when we did a 30-30 in spring. And you know, he had basically admitted, you mentioned, Lauren, about that the first year that he had in 17. Fantastic, 17-7 with a 2+ ERA. And then he kind of got to a space where he kind of semi-admitted that I thought I figured it out. You never figure it out. Until the end of your career, you're always working, right? Then he had the groin injury, got sent down. So the fact that they have built, I believe this, and I think Buddy Black is fantastic, ex-pitcher himself, to deal with the mindset of a place like Colorado.
Yeah.
But we're watching now. I don't know whether it's the humidor or not, but the numbers, metric-wise, across all the stadiums.
Their bullpen this year has been really, really good as well.
What?
Are we buying the Rockies?
Do your colors not run?
Well, the Rockies got another win.
Buying the Rocks.
The Rockies got another win last night against the Philadelphia Phillies, so that means that the Phillies have now lost 7 of their last 8. D-Rose, starting with you. What's going on in Philly?
They're searching for some offense. He's run out a bunch of different lineups.
Yeah, he had JT Realmuto at one time leading off. Kyle
Segura
Schwarber
last night. He tried Schwarber coming out of the gates. I think they're searching offensively right now to find an identity. The names on the back of the jersey are too good. It's gonna settle itself down.
Yeah, the problem is, Al, obviously that division, it is so competitive. You really can't afford streaks like this very often.
No, and I think what you mentioned about the names, there's guys that have been great. Zach Wheeler's clearly not in it yet, right? His ERA, what's it, 7, almost around there. Nola, I mean, you're talking about guys that you have to rely on considerably.
Yeah.
To, as you just said, Roflo. And they name guys in the pen as well by bringing in, guys that have been there for years, have been closers, the Brad Hands of the world, Familia and Corey Knebel. So I got to believe in them. I do. I know that Joe's like managing the lineup and trying to move and find, I don't know how you felt about that by having a different lineup, every day.
I think you take on the identity of the guys. You know, you kind of knew in 2010 with the San Francisco Giants it was going to be a grind to score 3 runs, and Boch was going to have to maneuver the lineup. And I think guys kind of bought into that. When I was with the Atlanta Braves, Bobby Cox ran out the same. I mean, you didn't even have to look. The Dry Erase Board said the same thing every day, pretty much, except for a Sunday day game. So I like the Schwarber in the leadoff spot. I get the Gene Segura. Realmuto, for me, to lead him off, that's asking him to do an awful lot. But they're searching to get something going. They need a spark like the Yanks.
Real quick, I want to get your thoughts on an interesting fan promotion last night. Junk in the Trunk.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I know, right? This is at the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp game. And that's the point is to get the balls out of your back. That's the point.
And what do you win?
I mean, whatever you want to win, I guess.
You remember coming up through the minor leagues?
Of course.
You remember, like, what was it, Myron Noodleman or Marvin? And the Superstars would bounce around.
Max Paxton, that's all.
Oh, man.
Remember Max Paxton?
We were a part of the skits in the minor leagues.
Yeah.
I like that. I like minor league skits. That's
Like
They would come up to you before the game and
you're
say,
part
hey,
of
I'm going to run out and steal your glove in the bottom of the 6th. And then I'm going to throw it over the left field wall. Make sure it's not your gamer. You were like part of the act.
Lauren, your thoughts on the junk in the trunk?
Lauren, have you heard of Max Packin?
We go to commercial break.
She
No.
tried to win jukebox jams with Love in This Club.
Yeah.
That's right. Pull up
Usher?
Max
She
Packin
likes
before the
junk
show's
in the
over.
trunk.
When in doubt, Usher. Okay.
Who doesn't? Who doesn't?
Gosh, please help.
All right, coming up on MLB Central, Garrett Cole had an inning that he said he's never had an inning like in his big league career. Another struggle for Garrett Cole. Where do the Yankees go from here? Run, this is where we go over a variety of topics. Topic number 1, pitch clocks. Jeff Passan wrote a pretty good article about how the pitch clock is being received at the lower levels of professional baseball. And so far, through the use of the pitch clock, game times have been shaved by about almost half an hour. 20-plus minutes in games that are being used or that are employing the pitch clock. This here from Henry Davis, #1 overall pick by the Pittsburgh Pirates, currently in their system. He said, quote, on the pitch clock, quote, it seemed like it accomplished exactly what MLB wants the game to look like in a few years. #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft said, outside of playing in the College World Series or unique games, it's been the most fun I've ever had playing, unquote. Al Leiter, former pitcher, what do you think of the pitch clock? How do you think it's going to be received at the big league level? Because it will be used at the big league level sooner rather than later, maybe as soon as next year.
He would do great with it.
I
think you got on him out through the baseball.
I think the only thing that I want to make sure and be careful of that, because this is still a cerebral game, is that you don't want to get a guy who's got his mechanisms of getting ready to make a pitch and get somebody out, that he feels compelled to rush as a result of a clock. Yeah. And I'll just give you an example. Right now what it is that 14 seconds, 18 seconds. The batter has to get in the box with 9 seconds left. I'm going to wait. You're the hitter, right? I'm the catcher. I'm looking at you, right? As soon as your head turns to the pitcher, you got to do it before 9 seconds. Now I go through my pitches. I got fastball away, fastball in, slider, cutter, curve, change.
Yeah.
I don't want a pitcher to feel compelled to have to make a pitch or agree to a pitch because he has to hurry up because he sees the 3-2-1 out of the peripheral vision behind the catcher.
Do you think it alters the rhythm, or do you think it just takes out the...
I think that's the biggest
That's
thing
it.
it does.
That's it.
It gets the game into a rhythm.
Yes.
I think Theo Epstein did a great job. He went on Jason Stark's podcast, Starkville, and he talked about all the new stuff they're implementing. I challenge anybody to listen to it for an hour, and he kind of goes as to why these things are happening. Yeah. And that's the biggest thing. You watched Garrett Cole last night with the Yankees.
He was laboring
to find it.
Right, but here, time out. I got to stop, Hero.
I'm with you. I'm not saying...
When the games that I'm locked in or pick your pitcher, you're getting the ball, you're going. You're getting the ball, you're going. As a matter of fact, the hitters are saying, hey, slow this guy down. Hey, well, it's on his pace, his rhythm. Timeout. You know, there's that whole mental gladiator syndrome. So when I'm locked in, I'm making my pitches, get the ball going, get the ball going. It's the games like Garrett Cole, where for whatever reason you're missing, you're high, low, whatever. And I got to step off and do the old Ron Guidry thing. Remember when Gator would walk out to second base and kind of, there are moments in the game you need that. Yeah. And I don't want to eliminate that because you have to hurry up and...
Maybe they can implement like I need an extra.
I need a 20-second timeout.
I need a 20-second right here.
I need a little personal timeout. Got to go.
Yeah.
I need a mental.
Garrett Cole's going to call a timeout, and we'll take it with him.
I wonder what Kyle Freeland would think of it. Congratulations to him, a 5-year extension to